Welcome back to the Empowering Minds Mental Health Podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Moore, and today's guest is my friend Rashawn. He is a certified peer support specialist, but more importantly, he is a dedicated father and man who has been doing hard work of rebuilding his life after addiction. He's walked through some traumas, committed to his recovery, and is now learning what it means to show up as a great father, present and healthy. So, Rashawn, thank you so much for coming back, continuing to share your journey.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome. All right, so we're just going to get right into it. So, you've been sober for, I guess, about a year or two now. And so,
Mhm.
what were the biggest turning points in your early recovery that helped you stay committed, especially as a father?
I've been sober a little over 2.5 years. May the 11th will make 3 years. And in early recovery, the biggest turning point for me was when I finally realized that my children deserve the version of me that I always promised to become. And I got tired of just breaking promises, and not just to them, but to myself, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But when I stepped into recovery, I wasn't just fighting for my own life. I was actually fighting to be a father that could never, they could depend on, actually, you know what I mean? And the moment that I understood that sobriety wasn't a punishment, but protection, everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got that up under control and understood the the importance of being a father, um, especially in recovery, that's when it was like, oh man, this is great. I was able to, in order, I was a father. No, actually, I'm sorry. Rewind. I was a dad in my
Mm-hmm.
recovery. I mean, in my addiction.
Mm-hmm.
But once I became clean and sober for multiple years, I became a father, and
Mm-hmm.
that changed a lot. It gave me the confidence to be the man that I know I could be because growing up, I didn't have a father.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know nothing about therapy. I didn't know nothing about, recovery or none of that because, I grew up in a household where a lot of addiction went on both sides. Um, but, uh, but yeah, it's a great thing, man, that I'm able to do this now. So
And I'm proud of you too. I
thank you.
the times I've seen you when I visit your church and see you with your family and looking at your social media posts, it just it does something to me because
Yeah,
we we
actually, this
we
is like
connect.
my third. I want to say this is like my third Facebook page. My first two I
Yeah.
had when I was in addiction, it was just all over the place. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I didn't care what
Mm-hmm.
I shared. It was just all over the place. But now
Mm-hmm.
I use my platform to empower or, to keep me sane.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why now I just post a lot of positivity, but sometimes I might clown around a little bit, but
Yeah.
90% of it is positive in how recovery helps me. So it might can reach others, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I'm proud of you too. And that's what I
thank
was
you.
getting ready to say. I've noticed the growth, and we all kind of cut up, every once in a
Yeah,
while on social media. But all jokes aside, I'm very proud of you, and I can
thank
I can see the growth. Yeah. And so you were talking about with addiction and some patterns. So how did that affect your relationship with your children in the past? And what specific challenges have you faced? Like, did you have to rebuild, trust with them and of course becoming present for them during your recovery?
you. Okay. During my addiction, it created distance.
Mm-hmm.
It stole time, moments that I can never get back.
Mm-hmm.
But there was times, I was physically there, but I could be there, but I won't there mentally. I'd be
Uh-huh.
spaced out or just think about the next high. But that caused confusion, disappointments, and mistrust, obviously, and so in recovery, the hardest part has been rebuilding their confidence in me
Mhm.
and my consistency. So
Mhm.
my kids don't want no speeches. They just want actions. And
Yeah.
I'm able to give them that now. And rebuilding trust takes patience, which I didn't know. It takes a lot of
Yeah.
patience. And just showing up over and over and accepting the forgiveness that doesn't happen overnight.
Mhm.
Um that it got to me when I reached, I want to say step 8, when I had to make amends.
Mhm.
Um I didn't only have to make amends to myself or the drug dealers that I stole from or the people that I manipulated for a change, little bit of dollars here, dollars there, for stupid stuff. But I had to make amends to my kids.
Yeah.
And that was one of the hardest challenge because I say it give them anyway how they gave it to me, I had to take it. Because it was their right. They had the right to feel how they felt, during my time of addiction.
Mhm.
And I can't be mad if they said a certain thing or felt a certain way. But that was the past. So now that I'm taking the steps and putting in the work, like they more grateful now. Like my oldest child, like him and my daughter, they seen the worst because they was there.
Mhm.
They the oldest.
Mhm.
Now, my baby boy, once you get my oldest child age and they go to telling them stories about my past, this and that, they're gonna look at them like they crazy. Nah, that
Yeah.
ain't my daddy. Nah,
Mhm.
that ain't the daddy I know. You know what I mean? So I wish I could have did it this. Well, I did have the opportunity to be this person for my oldest two,
Mhm.
but my rock bottom wasn't there yet. And um I was getting clean actually before I had my last one. I well with my oldest two, I've been to 4 different treatment centers when since
Mhm.
they've been alive. But
Mhm.
I didn't go for myself. And I thought that, yeah, if I have a child, then it would change, it would help me. I would stop getting high, I would stop drinking. And that
Mhm.
was a lie. It just put a band-aid on a gash, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
um it was just I don't know, man. It was heartbreaking,
Mhm.
for them to see that. But it's a disease that's
Yep.
cunning and baffling that don't care about nobody, don't care
Mhm.
about your kids. Only thing that disease care about is feeding it. Like feed me, see more. You feel me? Feed me
Yes.
more. Feed me more. I don't care you got kids. I don't care you believe in God. I don't care if you got a
Mhm.
wife. I don't care about nothing. Only thing I
Mhm.
care about, you get out there to that dope man, or you go to Andy's or whatever convenience store to get you that. Get me my beer. Feed me.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what that addiction did to me. And that's why I say at that time I was a dad. I was always there, but I didn't become a father until I got sober.
Okay. And I'm so glad that you were talking about things of your past, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I try to educate people all the time. The past is just that. I don't
Mhm.
live there anymore. You don't live there anymore. Yeah, we are in steps of recovery, and people don't realize it's not just substance abuse. You can be addicted to a lot of different stuff. And it's
Yeah,
a day by day process.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
why I'm so very, very proud of you and the
yeah. It's
steps
a
that you're
life journey,
taking.
man.
Yeah.
I'll be trying to tell people, this recovery doesn't have a destination.
Nope.
A destination is a destination have a stopping point. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like a train.
Yeah.
You apart, then you have a destination where you get off. This is a journey. This is something that I deal with
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of my life.
Yep.
And me personally, I don't get comfortable. Cause once I get comfortable,
Right.
like, I got this thing called addiction. I could be no. That's when that disease gonna wake up. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
So I have to be aware of my addiction, and I have to know my signs because I'm just one drink or one snort away, man, and I'm dead. And it's gonna wake up that beast, and it's
Mm-hmm.
over. I
Mm-hmm.
know me. I give 110% of anything I do. That's work, that's drugging, that's drinking, that's love, that's taking care of my family, that's being a positive guy, that's being a good guy,
Mm-hmm.
into church, into God. Everything that I do in life, I give 110%.
You do,
So
and it's showing.
I don't know how to have tell nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it shows in your walk. For people that
Yeah.
really, really know you, I
Right.
ain't gonna say your nickname, but
Right.
for people that really know you, it's definitely showing. And so Um, I wanted to know too, because I know you do, you work out,
Hmm.
you're a peer support, but what are some daily routines or boundaries that you have in place to maintain your sobriety while demanding demands like fatherhood? Sometimes you may go through things that may cause you stress or may trigger you. So what are some daily things that you do?
Um, my cycle, well, when I wake up in the morning, I just don't hop out of bed. I uh I say my Lord's Prayer,
Mm-hmm.
then I say my Serenity Prayer. Then I just lay there and meditate for a minute and listen to the Holy Spirit to guide me for the day ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And then I jump right into my 12 steps and trail and 12 traditions
Mm-hmm.
and read that. And after that, man, I get up, make my bed. That's the first thing I do when I put my feet on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
After I pray and do my meditation, all that, I make up my bed because that's a small goal.
Yeah.
And if I set small goals throughout the day, those small goals add up to a big goal. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I forgot I was watching something on YouTube about the admiral. It was like the most important thing of the day is make up your bed because you don't know how your day gonna go.
That's right.
It might be rough, might be a headache, but you always come home to a nice bed that you
Mm-hmm.
made. You know what I mean? And and that's it, man. That's pretty much my daily routine. And I have another platform that I I share my daily affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
I take personal inventory of myself every day. How did my day went yesterday? How is my day gonna go today? So daily inventory is a must. And once I do that, man, my day go pretty good. And I don't allow nobody to interrupt my peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. I don't even allow myself to do that. And most of the times I never have a bad day. I never. That's too much time wasted. I have a
That's
moment.
right.
I just have a moment. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But a bad day, come on, man. Who can have a bad day? You know what I mean? It's up to you. You could change the way you feel. It's
that's
a
right.
choice. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
right.
yeah, that's how I stay my day, how my day go.
Yeah, I'm glad you said those things too, because I try to encourage others too. I mean, well, I don't try to put anything on anyone, but I just when
Right.
they ask me what I do, man, I got to have some daily routines in place. And you're absolutely right. Before I do
Hmm.
anything, I'm praying, I'm reading my
Hmm.
daily devotional, I'm listening to praise and worship music. It's if I ever miss that key component, I'm not saying that I have a bad day. It just seems like my day just be a little
Yeah.
bit off. And I'd be like,
It's a little
dang,
bit odd. You
did
can
I
feel it.
forget?
You know.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, I ain't read my
Yeah.
devotion. I mean, I got to tap into my daily devotion. I got to tap into the word first
Hmm.
thing in the morning, like you said, so we can get
Yeah.
clear instructions on what we need to do for the day. And that's
That's
how my
right.
day goes well.
That's
That's
right.
how our days go well when we follow his
Yeah.
instructions, right?
Yeah. It's a
So I'm
structure.
glad you said that. Yeah.
It's a structure, man, that I think it's a structure that I will carry with me for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
Like I have another habit. It's just something that grew on me when I was in the Oxford House before. Um, we had to take the lint off out the lint catch in the dryer, or if not, it's a $50 fine. And I catch myself now. I make sure I take the lint out. It's just little small things that
Mm-hmm.
It sticks with me. They help me stay grounded
Yep.
and keeps me structured. Because if I don't
Mm-hmm.
have no structure, I'm a lost cause. I ain't going in front. I'm a lost
Yeah.
cause. I be all over the place. And so long as I stick by them structures that I created for myself and them habits, I think my day will go pretty good.
Yeah. Gotcha. So something else I wanted to point out.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't seem a little biased,
Yeah, come
but to
on.
me,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, seeing your growth, I want to frame you as the generational curse breaker in your
Ooh,
family.
ooh.
So, in what ways has your
Okay.
recovery journey allowed you to break some of these generational patterns of addiction? And what advice would you give to dads who maybe they are trying to start over or they've been,
Mm-hmm.
they are where you've been?
All right. First, I would say to me, especially with people that's in recovery or in sobriety, well, for me, sobriety gave me the power to interrupt a cycle, allow
Mm,
me to break that cycle because I wasn't as strong as my mom. I wasn't as strong as some of the family members that wasn't in dealing with addiction or recovery. They
mhm,
did it. Some did it on their own. Some just went straight to church. Me personally,
mhm,
I needed professional help. I just couldn't do it, you know.
mhm,
I can get to that line, but I could never cross it. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So it just gave me the power to interrupt my cycle. But my kids now get to know, hold on, my kids now actually get to grow up and with stability,
Yeah.
love and emotional safety instead of chaos that I was causing all the time, you know. And thing I would say the best advice I can give to another father is don't run from your past, bro. Learn from it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Build on it.
Mhm,
You could
mhm.
rewrite the story for your family, even if you don't start first, even if you don't start the first chapter. You know, your kids don't need to be yo. How can I say? Your kids don't need a perfect dad.
Right.
They just need a healed one. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? They need someone that understand. They need someone with compassion. Now,
Mhm.
empathy. Like I'm able, man. I'm a crybaby. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I'm a crybaby, man. I have emotions now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you know, just it's. I would tell dads, man, fathers, like, don't stop, don't stop. I
Mhm.
don't know if you can read my shirt, but it say, hold on, you don't have to be, hold on, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to still, but you have to start to be great.
That's true.
No matter where you are in life, it's always a chance to start over and get it right.
Mhm.
You know, took me 20 years to go back to school. I went to school, first one in college. I went to school right after high school. Didn't finish the semester. Came right on home. I got home, that's when everything went off, man. You know. And now, you know, I started school in a sober living facility just to
Mhm.
keep my mind occupied and didn't really want to go, you know. But I did and I enjoyed it. I fell in love with it and I'm a senior now with a 3.2.
See, that's boy.
The last
That's what
few
I'm talking about.
semesters, the last few terms, I made three dean lists. In the last two, I was on the principal list. I'll be graduating. Well, my last class is in August, so I'll be graduating probably the spring of 2027. And right after that, I'm jumping right back into it to get my master's. You know, and definitely gonna be a game breaker then, because ain't nobody in my family got a master's, not in my immediate family.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And what keeps me going in there is now that I'm in school, my kids get to see this. Like,
Mhm.
dang. Daddy's in school. So, and what helps me stay on top of my grades is how can I tell them, well, you need to bring up that F. You don't need to bring up that C. And I'm over here with a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm showing them an example, to
Mm-hmm.
my kids. Like, let's go, man. Daddy got you. And matter of fact, Daddy gonna do it too. We could do this together.
Mm-hmm.
So, by me having um, you know, split custody with my kids, it gives me a great feeling, a great deal to know that I am I am him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I am him, boy, and I'm very proud of myself.
As you should. You should. Yeah, definitely. You said a couple of key things. There was one point you said about professional help. I needed professional help. Man, I encourage people all the time because there's so many stigmas around going to get professional help. But I be telling people there is nothing wrong with getting professional help.
Mhm.
That's why they got life coaches, therapists,
Yeah,
peer support. That's what it's here for. But the
yeah,
stigma
I'm all
is,
for it.
yeah, the stigma is if you go, then that must mean something's wrong with you. No,
Nah.
I no, I tell people all the time, no. What's hurting
Mhm.
you? The win is when you say, you know what? I'm taking the steps, and yes, I have a peer support specialist now, or I have a therapist. The L is when you know you need help, and
That's right.
you just sit there and you won't get it. So I just tell people all the time, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. So
Right.
please get you some help. And you're talking about with
I
school.
encourage you. I encourage. I see one every Tuesday. Every
Hey,
Tuesday.
I've been in the
Every Tuesday.
field 20 some years. Before, I wouldn't dare tell nobody. Yeah, I go see a therapist too. Yeah, yes, I do. And I'm proud
Yes, I
of it.
do. Yeah.
It helps
Yeah.
me so I won't get overwhelmed. That's right.
Sometimes you need someone outside of your circle to talk to.
That's right.
That, you know, um, but don't go and blow smoke up their tail, especially people in recovery. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people change states or change meetings or home groups to where nobody don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
So they can lie and blow smoke up their tail like they this and they perfect.
Yeah.
Nah, nah. I'm transparent and
Yeah, you are.
the last couple years, so I had a therapist ever since 2018, and I had a peer support. Then I had a therapist, and then I just stopped going to see either one of them,
Mm-hmm.
or just didn't see either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed my life was in shambles. And man, and before I met my wife, she's big on if you need help, get help. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, so she introduced me to this website. She said, "Yeah, try to find a therapist that you like." And
Mm-hmm.
this and that, find my therapist. And now we've been my therapist now for about a year. Um, and I actually had him in my sponsor. My sponsor is my sponsor, but he also is a slash therapist.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't title himself that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But them two play a big role in my life.
Yeah.
Um, I even invited both of them to my wedding. I had them sit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to speaking with them tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I get you. One more thing you highlighted
Okay.
on about school and how your plan is to attain your master's.
Hmm.
Boy, you're gonna be one tough therapist. You hear me?
Come on
You're gonna
now.
be good. I'm telling you, not tough in like a rough way, but people gravitate to people who have actually been through what they're
Right.
going through. That's what I'm saying, tough. You
Right.
you will be your pour out will be received very well. I can already see that. You're gonna be
Thank you,
one dope
man.
therapist. I can't wait.
Thank you. Me neither.
Can't wait.
It's all in God's timing, man. And
Yeah.
it's part of my vision board. Um, I think I'm gonna have to. Me and my wife were just talking the other day. We wanna redo a vision board for 2026 because I
Mm-hmm.
accomplished all my small goals for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to redo another one. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's my goal, man, is to be a drug and alcohol counselor. But I would love to open like a 4 to 5 bedroom home,
Mm-hmm.
um, and make it like a reentry, um, recovery home,
Mm-hmm.
and have therapists there on site, maybe a barber, stuff like that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and where you can get a haircut and get therapy at the same time for like
Mm-hmm.
guys that because us men, our barbershop sometimes is our therapy sessions.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if I can get like a licensed therapist barber and have them to come in the home once a week or something like that, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You can have a therapy session, get your hair cut, you be fed. I got a lot of plans, man, with this addiction, and I still say, man, I thank my higher power, which I decided to call God, man. I thank him for taking me through that experience. Some people they
Mm-hmm.
ain't lucky enough to make it out, or I ain't gonna say lucky, but some people ain't blessed enough to make it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made it 20 plus years with no OD. I never had to use, they never had to use Narcan on me. Um, I never went through how can I, what I, the shakes or the
Mm-hmm.
tremors and all that. I never went through none of that. Never, none of that experience. Every time I went to a treatment center, yes, I went to detox. Some people they in detox a little longer, 7, 14
Mm-hmm.
days. Every treatment center I went to detox for 3 days. They just evaluate me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before they moved me to PHP. Um, I never went through none of that, man. And it's all just through the grace of God. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like right now, man, it's nothing nobody can't get me back out there in that world. I'm scared. I'm
Yeah.
scared. And plus my body ain't used to I can't pick up where I left off, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
2.5 years ago. Cause it's gonna kill me because my body ain't used to that. And I ain't
Mm-hmm.
got time to start all over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a choice for me. I want
Yeah.
I want to live. That's what made me get this thing together, boy. Live for them kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And once I got it together, man, he blessed me with my first car. He blessed me with my certified pre-support specialist certification. Blessed me with almost finished school. He blessed me with
Mm-hmm.
with a wife. He blessed me with a nice home church. He blessed me with a nice group setting meeting, and he steady put me in position to learn the basics. So when it's time for him to bless me with my business myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be ready. So I'm
Yeah.
just taking it slow rolling. If it ain't, it's not my doing, man. Because if it was my doing, it won't be done.
Yeah. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Let me get myself together because last
It's
time you made
okay.
me kind of tear up a little bit, and I
Yeah.
didn't think it was gonna happen today, but it did. But your test have become a testimony, so
Yeah.
I enjoy our talks. I do.
Yeah.
And
And you know
so
what they say? It ain't a message without a mess.
that's right.
I was a mess. Well, now I'm a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
living proof. It could be done, man. You just got to put in that work.
Yep. So that kind of ties in. You've kind of already talked about it, but kind of ties into the last question.
Okay.
So looking ahead,
Hmm.
how do you envision your role as a father evolving now that sobriety has given you more clarity? And what message of hope would you share with listeners who may be facing similar struggles?
Okay. Well, now I see myself as a father who leads by an example, man.
Mhm.
A man who shows his children that growth is possible. And sobriety has given me clarity, patience, and purpose. The message I've give to anyone still struggling is, man, look, you are not far. You are not far gone to become who your kids believe you can be. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And every day you can stay sober. Every day you
Yeah.
stay sober is one more day you show them what strength look like.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. You know, every day is a great day to show them like, look, boy, look how far they come. So sometimes, man, people don't really know it, man. I go through my hometown a lot. I don't stop all the time now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just go through there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my hometown. You know what I'm saying? But it's not for me anymore.
Yeah. I
Um,
understand. I
I go
understand.
through there sometimes and just ride by just to see how far I done came and just to see where I don't want to go back to. Because if I go
Yeah.
back to there, if I ever go back there, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. Because for one, it's nothing for me there. I done seen so much stuff. I done seen the work God can do. But if I do
Yeah.
go back there, it's to help somebody. It's
Yeah.
to reach back. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's change your places, peoples, and things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to keep living like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I was the guy, man. I walked around with oodles and noodles in my pocket because I didn't know what I was gonna eat. I used to go and crawl up under people's houses just to get their products. You know what I'm saying? Mount Olive, not well. I could say, hey, Mount Olive, North Carolina, home of the pickles. Yes, it was dangerous. It's dangerous to me, and I'm dangerous to myself because I know what myself is capable of doing if I have to go back. That's
Mm-hmm.
why God will continue to bless me with the tools and the strength to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
I love my people. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't help nobody that don't want to help themselves. And I'm gonna help myself. So I know I'm not finna go back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
was, man, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna share something with you. I'm able to talk about it now,
Mm-hmm.
but my town and my addiction and my mental health made me do some of the nastiest things to my family. I'm not proud of, but I can move past it because I've been forgiven.
Yeah.
When my mother was passing, when my mother passed away, she was laying on her deathbed. I don't know if I shared this in the last one, but I stole her last $20 just to get back to my dollar to get high, right? Went downstairs, stayed downstairs for about an hour, called about six, seven people, man, come get me, man. Man, I can't take this. I just need to get back home. Nah, man. Nah, you need to stay up there with your mama, man. You know, man, my mama good, man. She good, man. She got God. My grandma up there with her. She got it. Ain't nobody come get me. God forced me to go back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Before my mother died, ever since I could remember as a jit, man, we used to say, I love you. That'd be the last words. I don't care if I come from the living room to on the porch. We
Mm-hmm.
always say we love each other because we always want that to be the last words. I goes back upstairs and I waited in the living room because she was asleep. I waited in the waiting room. The doctor came in there and said, well, sorry to say, man, your mother passed away. I didn't get a chance to say I love her, but remind you, I still got that $20 in my pocket. Now that disease said, well, she don't need it now. She gone. I got you now. You know, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna treat you
Mm-hmm.
right. Got home, got back to Mount Olive, man. Soon I before I ain't touched Mount Olive, I was on the phone. Hey man, look, man, I'm on the way right there. I need to get this and that with that last $20 my mama had in her drawer. And you think that won't enough. Later on that night, my grandma had some old antique coins, silver dollars and all types of silver coin that her mother had. Man, I went through the wall. I went through the wall, pried them nails out them walls, and went in through my grandma wall and got her antique coins. I know in today's price it was over a couple $1,000. You know what I mean? Just because they were silver and it was marked 18, 1700s and shit like that. right? And went to dope man, and then got gypped. It wasn't even what it supposed to be in. Feel what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
why that disease, man, that thing is powerful.
It is.
It's powerful. If I wouldn't have got no help, my kids wouldn't have been here to see their daddy right now doing the things that he doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful he took me out of that place.
Mm-hmm.
He took me out of there for a reason. Because he knew, boy, if you stay here, you're gonna die. And I can't save you. Come on now, why you got the chance? Why he's an unconditional loving God. But he showed me. He said, look, if you do not follow me, this is where you're
Yep.
gonna end up. He showed
Yep.
it to me. He showed it to me. I probably been the next one behind Carver. I'm not gonna say, that's gonna be I'm gonna go there, but I could have been there earlier
Yep.
if I didn't follow if I ain't follow his plan, man. You know what I mean? So that's part of my story. It's sad, man. It's sad, but I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a chance to do it all over again, I'd do it again. I'd do it again. Exact same way, probably a little bit better because it brought me to who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
And so for that, man, I'm grateful to be a grateful recovering addict and alcoholic.
Sean. All right. Let me get myself together. I'm gonna do good. I I want to thank you for agreeing to come back, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do another one.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I enjoy you coming to the podcast because you are authentic. You're not up here trying to blow smokes and whistles to make it sound like the journey was something easy, because it's
Oh,
not.
no.
I've been through some things too, but I want you to tell your story about the valleys, the peaks, the highs, the lows. And I thank you for that. I respect you for that, for just telling, listen,
Appreciate it.
this is what I went through, because that's what people need to hear. They don't need
Yeah.
to make some assumption that you were laying on a mat and lighting some incense or something like everything was good.
No.
No, it's up and
No.
down. So I
Yeah.
thank you for that. I really do. And I see your growth. You have a beautiful wife, a beautiful family. Your story really is a story that resonates with many people, but they may be afraid to come forth and say, well, hey, I need help, or I've been through this. So that's the point of this podcast,
Yeah.
empowering minds, empower, inspire, encourage someone else. So we're going to blast this podcast on every
Yeah.
platform I got, because I want people to hear it. If it don't touch but one person, two people, that's one or two people that may get on track with their recovery journey, or decide, you know what, I'm going to go through NAMI, or I'm going to go through this, AA group. I got to get myself together because I want to be able to be a better me. So thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
No
you for that.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if
All right.
you struggling with anything, I can be reached through via Facebook as Rashawn Williams. That's RASHAAN Williams, CPSS. I can be reached at WhatsApp. I'm always here to, you know, reach out and share my resources at 984-352-4333. And yeah, I'm here to help, man. Just hit me up anytime, man. I'm open 24/7. And if I don't get in contact with you right then, I will definitely get up with you the next day.
Right. I
Thank you for
appreciate you
having me.
again.
Yes,
Peace and
ma'am.
blessings to you.
All righty.
Take care.
Uh-huh.
All right.